This news update brought to you by Neil Helton, State Farm Insurance.
Hi, this is Neil Helton with Neil Helton State Farm. I've proudly called Warren County home for 26 years. I know the opportunities we share and the challenges we face. What matters most to us is building a relationship with our neighbors and friends. And after all, that's what makes Warren County special. To all our customers, thank you. You're the reason we get up every day, working to make planning for the unexpected one less thing you have to worry about. If you're not a client, visit us online, give us a call, or stop by. We'd love to have a chance to build a relationship with you. After all, we've raised our kids here, fished here, hunted here, and shopped here. We live where you live, and we're a friend who truly cares.
In the Main Street Journal news, a McMinnville apartment complex was the scene of an ongoing death investigation last weekend. Lacey Rust, age 34, was pronounced dead at Vanderbilt University Medical Center early Sunday morning after being found unresponsive inside her apartment at the Arms Apartments on Old Smithville Road. McMinnville police say officers were dispatched Saturday and immediately began life-saving measures before Rust was transported to River Park, then later to Vanderbilt. Her cause of death has not been released, and the investigation remains ongoing. In the hours following her death, a GoFundMe was created to help return Rust to Indiana for funeral arrangements. In other news, the Warren County Memorial Airport Board will meet Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the airport terminal on Airport Road. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather is brought to you by Southern Blue.
Looking for the perfect place to call home? Discover Southern Blue, where modern living meets timeless charm. Walk your furry friend in our private dog park, stay active in the fitness room, and enjoy a walkable lifestyle in the heart of downtown McMinnville. Unwind on the patio with friends at Barren Fork Brews right on site. Call 931-507-2583 today. Southern Blue, lofts and townhomes for lease to start your new chapter in style.
I'm Fox 17 Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobis, starting off in the upper 30s and low 40s once again this morning. On our way to the mid-50s by lunchtime and high temperatures in the mid-60s later on today. Sunshine from start to finish of this one. Overnight, our last cold night down into the 40s, and then a warm-up begins. We'll go for the mid-70s tomorrow and Thursday, back into the 80s by the upcoming weekend, and no rain through Sunday.
It's time for Simmons Says, the show that brings Warren County the latest news and stories from around the community. Hosted by Jeff Simmons, this program dives into everything from local events to major headlines. Stay tuned and stay informed.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. Hope everybody's having a terrific Tuesday morning. As we get started, hey, listen, we're already a couple days into the week. It'll get there. We will survive and move forward with this week because it was a slow Monday. I don't know if y'all were dealing with it. I know I felt like it was just an absolute grind of a Monday yesterday, but we are through that one. Now we can make it into Tuesday. Let you know a little bit about what's going on the MainStreetJournal.llc when it comes to sports. We had a new coach announced. Boyd Christian announced that Emily Davis, formerly Lady Pioneer standout for the volleyball team, has taken over the volleyball program. Also, you can read up on the baseball team. Still searching for that first district victory after losing last night to Cookeville at home in a close contest. It was 3-1. You can read about that. Sam Griffin was there and has all the reporting on that. We'll have more reporting for today about all the other things that were happening last night, of which I know it was a busy night. Busy night for Sam, busy night for me, and getting everything else together. So we should have all that out hopefully by lunchtime, get you everything ready to go. I should also let you know that tonight, some big games happening. Warren County softball will be at home playing Coffee County, the rivalry. It's going to be a big one. Want to be able to show up over there. I think Jay Walker actually will be on the call on Star 107 with that one as well, so you can go and tune in to Jay, the voice of the Pioneers and the Hall of Famer, and let him tell you all the things that are happening in Lady Pioneer softball tonight. Also, the baseball team will be heading to Coffee County. The football team, the flag football team, will be at home. Those games have been moved up an hour, so 5 p.m. for JV, 6 p.m. for varsity, as the Lady Pioneer flag football team looks to go 7-1 when they play Riverdale at home. That's just a sampling of all the things that are going on in Warren County sports right now. If you want to know the full scope of what the schedule is going to be like in Warren County, every Sunday I write a story. It's called This Week in Sports, and you can get a preview of what was going on, including a full schedule of games for all the school teams. So if you want to do that, always go back and you can check that weekly and keep you up to date on that one. I think in the last 2 weeks, Sam and I have written 63 or 62 sports stories because there's been so many sports going on lately, and it's not slowing down. I promise you, it is not slowing down at all. But I'm okay with that. I'd rather be busy. You know, usually at this time, April. You know, everybody says it. April showers. We're not getting very much rain right now, so we're getting all these games in, and it's a good thing with that. I don't think we have anything rain in the forecast for the next week as well, so we should be able to get all these games going on. Big games, big district matchups, big region matchups when it comes to flag football tonight against Riverdale. District matchups for Cookeville and Coffee County for the Pioneers and the Lady Pioneers, respectively. So be looking out for the coverage on all that when we come back on the Main Street Journal tonight and into tomorrow morning. And then again, too, should be just checking every day because when we're writing 30 sports stories in the span of about 6 days, there's about 4 or 5 stories on there every single day. So there's plenty to read about. And of course, Rob and Seth are putting on stuff on there as well. So it's worth your $7 a month. I promise you, it is absolutely worth it. And if you buy it for a year, you actually get an even bigger discount, and it's not even $7. I think it's like $6.50 or something like that when it's in totality. You get an extra month for free is basically the deal, what you get right there. So do it. Help me out. Help us out. Help the company out, and it helps us, everybody else out on that one. But, hey, Christian, got some music for me? Let's get into the Simmons 2 cents because this is going to be a topic that everybody's been asking me about lately, including this morning on my way. Yeah, a little 2 cents for you this morning. What's going on in Knoxville? What's going on with the Lady Vols? As of right now, if I am not mistaken, they don't have a single player on the roster committed to come back, and I think there's only one player that's still in the signing class that's committed to come in. That's not good. That's not good at all. I mean, I understand Rick Barnes is dealing with somewhat a little bit of that on the boys' side. He's had 4 guys graduate, including Gillespie and Akpara, 2 big role players for this year's team, and he's had 5 guys hit the portal in the last couple of days, and maybe a 6th that will happen before it's all said and done. That being said, they have a signing class coming in, have a couple of freshmen that really popped for them this year that are still going to be on campus, and also have already got a commitment out of the portal out of one of the best shooters in the country. So there's still people that, as somebody pointed out to me yesterday, here's the difference when you talk about those two. There's people that are leaving Tennessee's men's basketball team because we simply are not going to pay their asking price. It's not that they don't want to stay at UT. It's just that they came with a number and we said that's too much. We're not going to pay that. So they went looking for a bigger paycheck somewhere else. I don't think anybody wants to play for the Lady Vols right now. I don't think they want to stay. Kim Caldwell brought in this top 5 class last year with 5 kids, and all 5 of those kids are now leaving. They had a top 5 player committed. She's asked out of her letter of intent. At some point, you have to tell me what is going on and what are you doing about it. Because this is not something that is normal, in my opinion. I mean, I get that there's going to be new sense of normal when it comes to college sports now because of the transfer portal and because of NIL and because of the payments. But an entire roster leaves. You pretty much empty the bench of your assistant coaches. They're gone. So basically the only person that's still around the program that was there last year is the head coach. That is a stunning fact to me. That being said, I mean, I get it. You at some point you're like, hey, I think she can do this, and you're trying to give her, but 2 separate rosters. I mean, she basically got to put together this roster this year that was new, 5 new freshmen, people that came from the portal. So you built that one, and now you're going to do it again. And we saw what happened last year. It was not a good team. Barely made it to the NCAA tournament, got wiped out once you got there. I don't know. Tells me that there's some stuff going on in Knoxville that is not going well. And just glossing over it or just putting that full support over and over and over behind the coach, and tells me that you're not really listening to what the players are trying to tell you when they're just like, hey, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this at all. So hit me up with a little Nickelback, because we got to know who the blind man is, and I think you're already figuring out who the blind man might be here.
I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing, tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of...
Hey, Danny White, what more do you need to see? Or are you seeing this at all? You continue to back a coach, Kim Caldwell, that nobody wants to play for. That's not, I mean, I don't understand as an athlete. I get it. You're an athletic director. You hired her. That's your hire. You want to make sure that you give her every opportunity to excel because you thought, hey, I made the right hire. I think players, talented players, very talented players are saying, nah, that's not me. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to go play for her in that system. Do you know how hard it is to basically make kids, especially female basketball players, say no to Tennessee? That's almost impossible. Every coach since Pat Summitt has still put together some pretty talented rosters. Now, it's not Pat Summitt level when it comes down to it, because that's championship or nothing when it came down to it. She could win. She won consistently over decades, and nobody's done it like her since. I get that, and that's almost an impossible standard. And I'm not asking Kim Caldwell to live up to that standard. I'm simply want her to be able to have people that want to play at the University of Tennessee. And that should not be hard for Lady Vols basketball. It's one of the premier programs in the country. It's no worse than 4 or 5 at this point, even though we've not won a championship in nearly 20 years now. It's still one of the 4 to 5 biggest programs in the entire country. And your entire roster left. Everybody. Maybe she hits the portal. Maybe she brings in 10 new players. I mean, you think about that. She's got to replace an entire roster. 12 kids. I know the feeling of that sometimes when you're sitting there and you're like, how do I bring in new kids to a roster? And we do it in a sense of not having the championship accolades or the national prestige of doing it. It's tough. She has that. She might be able to sell that. But she's had that ability to sell that for the last few years, and it's not working. What do you need to see? Open your eyes. You come in and you tell me Tennessee is going to be an all-everything school. We're an everything school. Well, here's what I see. A football team that probably underperformed last fall. A men's basketball team that definitely overperformed. So Rick Barnes and the Vols did a good job of that. A baseball team that lost the premier head coach of the entire college, in all of college sports when it came to baseball, Tony Vitello. You lost him. Now, whether or not it was your fault or whether or not he was just going to leave, whatever. Now your baseball team's scuffling. Your softball team's doing pretty good. It had some flashes at the start of the year. It's kind of come back down to earth, but still a top 10 program. But for the most part, I'm like, well, that's all everything school. Tell me which one's going to win a championship. Tell me which one's going to win an SEC championship, much less a national championship. You're all everything thing that you're selling and what you're gouging Tennessee fans for more money and more money and more money, and all of a sudden producing the same types of results as we were getting before you. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. All right, we're going to take a break here on the Simmons Says Show. When we come back, let's talk a little golf here on the Simmons Says Sports Show on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons.
On the farm, uptime isn't just nice to have, it's a must-have. That's why JLG Ag telehandlers are a multitasking workhorse. Whether moving and loading more, stacking higher, or even accessing tighter spots with compact models, these machines help poultry, cotton, and row crop producers maximize every moment on the job. Once you get behind the wheel, you'll get more done. See JLG Ag telehandlers for yourself. Come out to Try Green Equipment in McMinnville at 305 Shangri-La Lane.
Foster & Foster Realty and Auction is having an estate auction coming up Saturday, April the 11th at 10 a.m. at 216 Edison Street. A frame house ready for upgrades. It has living room, kitchen, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and laundry room. Hardwood floors, aluminum siding, metal roof, and HVAC. 10% down day of sale with a balance closing and possession on or before May 1st. Taxes prorated at closing. No buyer's premium. What you bid is what you pay. Call Foster & Foster Realty and Auction at 473-6010 or visit FosterRealtyTN.com.
No two farms are the same, but something every farmer can agree on is that the land is so much more than just a farm. It's their livelihood, their lifestyle, and their legacy. That's something you don't have to explain to a farmer-owned lender. Learn how working with a farmer-owned lender can get you a farm real estate loan designed for your unique operations needs at fcma.com/real estate. Loan subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply. Farm Credit Mid-America is an equal opportunity lender.
Great, I clicked on something I shouldn't have. I guess I'm going to have to call.
Micah. Never fear, citizen. Ben Lowman Managed IT is here.
Citizen?
Our Managed IT team can train businesses on how to better protect them from viruses and malware, plus help with firewalls to minimize the risk of being attacked.
You've really got to lose the spandex, man.
Call your local BLC office today or go to benlowmanconnect.com. Our IT superheroes can help your company squash online evildoers.
I gotta admit, the cape is pretty cool.
Deborah Elementary School will be having its annual school pageant fundraiser on Saturday, April the 11th at noon, with proceeds helping fund the 8th grade promotion ceremony and Dollywood trip. The pageant includes categories from newborn to 8th grade, with a boy and girl in each division receiving trophies, along with the crowning of Kindergarten King and Queen, Mr. and Mrs. Debrel, and People's Choice Awards.
Hello and welcome back to the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I've been joined in the studio by golfing legends of Warren County. That's all I can say about it. I have Clayton Myers and Daryl Cook here with me. We're going to talk a little bit about local golf, maybe some national golf. I mean, I don't know. Is it a big week for? Is it? Y'all tell me. Is it a big week for golfers?
I've heard some tournament going on in Georgia, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, bring that mic to you if you don't mind on that one, Clayton.
Somewhere in Augusta.
Yeah, I think there was something that they were talking about, and people were getting a little fired up about it. And I was like, oh, the Masters.
They're making a big deal about it. I don't know.
It sounds like just a pimento cheese sandwich thing. Like, is that what we're really doing here? We're just trying to
cheap food.
Yeah, we're just trying to sell pimento cheese sandwiches. No, again, too, we have McMinnville Country Club head golf pro Clayton Myers, and we have a golf committee chairman and board member of the McMinnville Country Club, Daryl Cook, in the house. Guys, how y'all doing today?
Doing great.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Well, Daryl, I'm going to start with you because I was just asking you before we got on the radio on this. But just to clear this up, I saw it. And I was like, okay, so he's board member and a golf committee member. I was like, what's the difference? But it doesn't sound like it. Kind of sounds like it's county commission. You're a county commissioner, but then you also have committees that go through there. Is that pretty much explaining?
That's an excellent comparison. So the board members are elected by the stockholding members of the country club, and then they are assigned or volunteer for inside that board for a committee chair. So I'm the golf committee chairman, and then I'll put my committee together, made up of other members.
Yeah. So pretty good. So what are y'all over when it comes to the golf committee, or what do y'all try to do out at the country club? What's y'all's main responsibilities?
Well, for the golf committee, it's specific to any golf event that happens out there. So member tournaments, of course, we work directly with Clayton to help run those, as well as the fundraising tournament scrambles that you see on Fridays out there quite often, and we determine what are the events going to be, when are the events going to be, what are the formats, different things like that.
Oh, okay, so when you tell me that the Rust Buster is coming out on the 18th, that was kind of some of the tournaments that were going on right there. Clayton, What's been going on new out there at the country club? Because I know there's a lot of different things, but how's the course looking? How's everybody getting back into the swing of things as we get a little bit good weather here lately?
Yeah, everything's going really good out there right now. We got a new superintendent, Isaac Walker, and he's doing really, really good. He's young. He's hungry to make the place better. So that's been really good. It's starting to green up, come out of dormancy right now. Greens are starting to speed up. Probably be cutting pretty soon because stuff will start growing in pretty thick, pretty quickly within the next couple of weeks. So everything's going really good. I mean, on track, and I think we're going to have a good 2026 year. And we got a lot of new things coming up this year. We just keep adding and adding, which is great. Growing tournaments and adding tournaments, and we got a new thing that I really wanted to come on here and share, and I'm really excited about. Is you wanna go ahead?
No, go ahead, man.
Yeah, all right. Membership.
Hey, you're here. I want to know. I want to know about it. You might.
Yeah.
I might. We might sell some memberships before y'all even leave the building. You never know.
Come on out. Membership drive Mondays. So basically, everybody is welcome. Just come on out on a Monday, play. We'll have a rate of $65 for 18 holes. That'll come with a bucket of balls and a cart. Play 18 holes. 9 holes you can even do if you just coming for 9. It's
that's my speed.
Yeah, 45. So a bucket of balls and a cart. So anybody's welcome. Bring a group of people. Come out, enjoy, have fun. We've got beer in the pro shop. So, even though the restaurant will be closed on Monday, Helen's, which I know Helen's has been great for us, and it's great food. They will be closed, but we will still have, beer and snacks and stuff like that in the pro shop. Refreshments, yeah.
Course refreshments as you need out there. So, sounds like you got the vital the vital things
everything
that everything needs for the golf thing. So membership drive Monday, all the other things that y'all are working on. I mean, you're just coming out of winter. What is it like being the head golf pro from like November to February? Like what are you over there doing? What are you cooking up when it comes down to it?
I'd say it's a lot of phone calls because you're basically prepping yourself for 2026, and it's nice to have everything set in stone and locked in, dates locked in, and you're just prepping yourself basically, and you're getting a lot of your odd and end, things done.
Yeah.
So.
Daryl, the same question when it comes to the golf committee. I know y'all are meeting year round. You're talking, but you're probably not playing a ton of golf in December and January. And though there are sometimes that you just have a day that you can't get out there because Tennessee weather is a maniac when it's all coming down to it. But what are the things that maybe y'all put in place going into 2026 that you're most excited about?
So I think this will be my third year serving as the golf chair, and what my goal is to have in the warmer months, so starting in April, have at least one member tournament each month, right? At least one. And we've been successful in doing that. As you said, in the wintertime, we met in December and mapped out as much as we could of the 2026 schedule. So we've already got events lined up through October, and maybe even some in November. 1st of November. So we've had those meetings, we've had those discussions, and we'll fine tune them, of course, as we get closer. But it's fun to sit on that committee and get feedback from different people and get different point of views to see, okay, maybe we tweak this a little bit. I'll give you a perfect example. We used to do a par 3 scramble. Well, we had some participation, but it wasn't always what we wanted it to be. So maybe we changed that format a little bit to draw more interest, right? So you also mentioned can't play golf in the wintertime. That's something else that we've got going on is we're working on putting a simulator in the golf clubhouse. So that's part of the membership Mondays is we want people to come out and see, what are we doing, talk to Clayton, talk to the other members and see, what their opinion is of the club. I, for one, always felt it was a I don't belong there type deal until I got out there and started meeting everybody, right? Yeah. And it's very much a welcoming atmosphere. So we want everybody to come out, see what we've got going on, see what our plans are for the future.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put that, because I was at one point I was a member before my back just told me that I shouldn't play golf ever again, but or at least consistently. And I think there is a little bit of that idea that people are like, oh, that's just not that I won't fit out there. And I was like, you got to understand. I was like, this is not a place where it's like everybody's Judge Smails or anything like that. I was like, we got a lot of ties out there.
We're not going to make you tuck your shirt in, or you can't. You can definitely put your shoes on in the parking lot. It's not that kind of place, right? But we just want everybody to come out and enjoy the game of golf and fellowship and have a good time.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more golf talk, and we'll talk about this Rust Buster, the Spring Fling, maybe some other events that have come up. Will be coming up at the club. And, hey, for your viewing pleasure out there, if you want to come out there and watch these talented golf players at the McMinnville Country Club, or, hey, get in there and join it and get right into the tournaments. When it's all said and done, we'll be back with more with Daryl and with Clayton when we come back on the Simmons Says Show.
The country club. Country music is what I love. I drive an old Ford.
The following news is brought to you by TriStar Realty, Turner McKinney.
Well, are you thinking about selling? You want someone you can trust, someone who's been here and knows this community? Well, TriStar Real Estate and Auction Company, they've served the Upper Cumberland since 1987. And when it comes to auctions, you'll work directly with Turner McKinney. Now, Turner has over 10 years of hands-on auction experience, and even after the sale is over, Turner's still there, answering questions, offering guidance, and making sure you're taken care of. TriStar Real Estate Auction Company. Local, experience, real relationships, and proven results.
In the Main Street Journal news, Boyd Christian School is turning to a familiar face to lead its volleyball program. Emily Davis has been named head coach of the Lady Broncos, stepping into her first varsity role after working with the middle school team last season. A 2024 Warren County graduate and former standout player, Davis takes over a program looking for stability after multiple coaching changes in recent years. She says her early focus will be on fundamentals, player development, and building a strong foundation for long-term success. Athletic Director Tim Page praised her energy and connection with players, calling her a strong fit for the program's future. In other news, Project Graduation will host a car show and yard sale April 11th at Warren County High School. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather update brought to you by Juicy's Wellness Cafe.
Juicy's Wellness Cafe is McMinnville's very first and only health food cafe with a full juice bar. Our menu is bursting with delicious options, including wraps, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and mouth-watering desserts, all made from fresh ingredients with gluten-free options. Join us at our cozy cafe, 110 East Main Street in downtown McMinnville. We can't wait to see you at Juicy's Wellness Cafe. Real food for real reasons.
On Fox 17, Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobis starting off in the upper 30s and low 40s once again this morning. On our way to the mid-50s by lunchtime and high temperatures in the mid-60s later on today. Sunshine from start to finish of this one. Overnight, our last cold night down into the 40s, and then a warm-up begins. We'll go for the mid-70s tomorrow and Thursday, back into the 80s by the upcoming weekend, and no rain through Sunday.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
All right, we're back here on the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. We're also on AM 960. We're on the WBMC app. We're on YouTube at Main Street Media McMinnville, and we are on Facebook at Radio WBMC 97.7 FM. If you have any questions for Daryl or Clayton, you can get those in. Send them in the message board on Facebook, or you can call in 473-9383. Let me tell you a little bit about our sponsor, Douglas and Lanier, your hometown and insurance experts specializing in commercial coverage for agriculture, contractors, and workers' comp. They protect businesses big and small. Trust a team that knows hard work, smart coverage, straight talk. That is Douglas and Lanier.
Douglas and Lanier.
474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road. That's how you do it, boys. How you do it right
well
there.
done, Jeff. Seasoned veteran.
Just an absolute talent behind the mic.
You're everywhere too. You kept just rattling off the list. You were absolutely everywhere.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Let's talk a little bit more about the golf. And we were just talking in the break. Membership. It seems like y'all have held steady over the last few years. Where are y'all at when it comes to playing members at the McMinnville Country Club?
So right now we've been slowly climbing.
Mm-hmm.
We're at 175 right now.
The 175. So, I mean, what's the goal? I mean, I'm sure 200's the magic number, maybe.
I like 225.
Oh, okay.
I like a little bit somewhere around there would be really nice.
Ambitious. He's young.
Well, and that's okay. That's why
good.
he's in his position. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things that is going to vary on who you ask, right? Because we are at the country club. We're in a rare condition where if I'm playing on an afternoon, say Wednesday afternoon, and I get behind a group of 6.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be behind that group the entire time. I'll just skip a couple holes and go play on. You can't do that at many courses.
Yeah.
So I think that it's at a point right now where we absolutely want more members. But that 175, that ranges from your teen membership all the way to your stock holding and social memberships too. So.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so, I mean, 175. And we were just talking about this. I actually said those because you said that y'all been growing pretty steadily, just adding numbers over the last year. I was like, well, yeah, you probably had to build back from COVID. And y'all were actually saying it might have, and that 2020, 2021 range, it might have actually kind of spiked and goosed. And now that you put it, how y'all put it about that, it makes sense. It was one of the few activities you could go do, space out, and wouldn't be that big of a deal. So yeah, I mean, don't think of a lot of positives out of COVID, but there was one thing that I helped a little bit with the country club going on there. What do you think's been the biggest lure for people to kind of get into the membership? How do you take them from maybe once a month golfers to members? What's the sales pitch, Clayton?
Sales pitch. All right. So with a membership like at the country club, the whole private aspect of it, the community of it, right? I mean, and you got to get them out there and playing and enjoying it somehow. So I think the simulator is a big thing too for people that, because that's a big thing for the younger generation too. A lot of these kids are just going to hit simulators and they don't even play on the golf course. So I think that's going to be a big help too, because social members that maybe want to try golf but don't want to spend the extra money because they don't think they're going to get anything out of it can go into the simulator or even book it with me because I give lessons out there and I can help them on the simulator, help them on the range. And
just another perk right there.
Yeah, just another perk. So, I mean, just getting them out there and getting them enjoying it. Plus, I think like he was saying, the whole private aspect of it too, where it's, it's really laid back. It's not what people think. You can come out there, grab a cart, play some golf, enjoy your time. You're not stressed about having a 6-hour round or anything like that. I mean, you can play. There's some people we have out there play 36 holes a day, so we know those people. And
I think that 100%, that's one of the biggest sales pitches that when I was out there, my favorite thing was 3 holes, 7 holes, 9 holes, 18 holes. Mm-hmm. I could pretty much pick, if I was like, I can only play 7 holes today, I can kind of even pick which holes I want to play. Mm-hmm. Or more aptly, I could pick the holes I didn't want to play. Yeah. I was like, I'm skipping 2 today.
17.
And you'll have members that, as he said, with the community, obviously a lot of the members live nearby, so they'll jump out there on 11 or 15 in the evening time and just have a tube of balls and hitting wedge shots in, getting some practice in, from 50 yards out or whatever. So it's very much laid back. As long as you're cognizant of the groups around you, no one's going to have a problem with that.
Yeah, and I think one of the best things about it, too, is as Daryl talked about in the last segment, was very friendly. And I think everybody is actually super helpful. They want, and nobody, but they're not pushy helpful. Like, hey, here's what you really need. Well, there's some.
I was about to say there might be one.
There might be one
unsolicited advice.
If you want to change your grip right now, you really got there. There's a couple names I could name right now, and I know y'all could too. But no, I think that's the biggest thing there is you can get into a group, and if you're a player that wants to play but don't know a lot of people, you're probably going to get immediately sucked into a group if you wanted to, or you can just go out there, chill, sit on the patio, and have a good time. I'm a huge proponent of the McMinnville Country Club. Hope everybody, that anybody wants to play golf. And then be honest, I mean, at this point, the difference between y'all's membership and probably going in a couple miles away and playing somewhere else is if you're a weekend golfer, you might as well just get a membership and go play. And then all of a sudden,
that is 100% my sales pitch. When you mentioned sales pitches, I'm a frugal man.
Mm-hmm.
I have no qualms about admitting that. If you look at it at a per round rate compared to your membership, if you play 4 times in a month, the increasing price of public golf, you've paid for your membership.
You
So
absolutely
it
have.
absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, and then and also too, that you don't have to worry about as Daryl pointed out. You're probably not having to worry about I have to go book a tee time. I'm going to have to go off at this exact time, and then I'm going to have a group in front of me, and I'm going to have a group playing right up my rear at the same time. You're really not going to have that.
It can be a spur of the moment thing,
Exactly.
You know, and there's so many different amenities too for the people out there that say they may only play like 2 or 3 times a month, but you got a pool table, ping pong simulator. I mean, playground for your kids, tennis courts, pickleball. They play a lot of pickleball now out there. Just all these different things that add into that.
A good hangout place if you need to get away from your family for about 2 hours.
Exactly.
I just we had a membership meeting over here and stuff like that. The boardroom was busy. But it all comes into that. Now, let's get a little bit back to the tournaments y'all have coming up, because I know you have 2 that are coming up in the next month. Rust Buster, which obviously, as I said, after I heard the name, I'm like, well, that must be the first tournament of the year.
It is.
For everybody. And that you said that is a 3-man scramble with at least 2 members on each team.
Correct.
What? Who's the odds-on favorite right now? Who's playing well? I mean, we're talking about the Rust Buster, so maybe nobody's playing well right now. Is there any early favorites?
The 2 that I've seen or heard that are playing that I would point as early on favorites are Dr. Brad Brock, Bill Rogers, and one of Dr. Brock's partners that he plays with quite a bit, Matlock. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But you've also got John Wilson, Nick Stern, and Brent Brock. Uncle Buck. So that's another squad that are going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do these teams come up? I mean, how does everybody kind of pair up when it comes down to that? Because Stern bounces around especially when it comes to the spring fling. Now, I think he's kind of settled into his teammate for the last couple of years.
Well, that teammate would be, Bracton, and who doesn't want to play with Bracton? Right?
Yeah, I think I could. I'll go play with Bracton.
Right.
I'm just going to drive the cart for you, buddy. I think we can win this at least first flight together.
Yeah,
you got that. I'll give you the read real quick. But no, I was just curious, like when it comes down to it, because you got as you said, 175 members. Everybody can participate in these tournaments. How do you see the teammates? Is there ever like some back wheel dealings? Like, hey, we'll give you so and so this week and this, but we want them back for the spring fling or anything like that. Is that how this happens? Or
I feel like spring fling partners are pretty entrenched.
And then everybody else is just who's available.
That you kind of pair up from there.
Yeah.
But our team for the Rust Buster, for example, is me, Kevin Miller, and Cody Grissom. So that's our group that we play with all the time, right? So it's normally, there's an 8 o'clock group, there's a 10 o'clock group, and there's a noon group. So you generally have teams come from your specific groups.
Oh, okay, so they just kind of bust up. They just bust up their tea time tea time groups. Okay, all right. I was going to say, because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, Willie and Nick. I was like, I guess they've probably played together a lot. Do you get to play in any of these anymore, or are you just the scorekeeper?
I'm just scorekeeper. I don't play much of that stuff. I do play in some charity events and stuff out there for sure.
Yeah.
But
if I wanted to play the spring fling, you wouldn't play with me?
Not the spring fling, but I will play other events.
He's in a precarious position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a little bit tougher for you on that. But hey, let's talk about the spring fling, because it won't be long that Memorial Day weekend will wrap up. Now I know that's we will be here, and that's kind of, to me, that's the opening. Like, I know the Rust Buster is going to be something that y'all want to do, and people are going to be we want people showing up this upcoming Monday. I mean, in 6 days you can come out there for the membership drive Mondays. But the spring fling to me is always the opening weekend when it all comes down to it. How much preparation goes into getting the spring fling together? Because there's a ton of teams out there.
Oh, man. I know he knows, and we all know, everybody on the board. Everybody pitches in, and a lot of people that aren't even on the board pitch in. There's a lot of working parts. I don't know. I mean, it would take a while to put it all in perspective, but I kept up with my hours that week and I worked 77 hours somehow. So, I mean, that's, you're just constantly doing something to try to make it better, and And like I said, they put in a lot of effort, and we've got members that put in a lot of effort, but it's a great weekend. So, I mean, it takes a lot of preparation, but we make sure that it's worth it.
To Clayton's point, it's a huge team effort because that's also opening weekend for the pool. So
you've
got to think, okay, they're working right now. Jeff Vance was out there this weekend, looking at, okay, what do we need to do right now to make sure we have this ready by Memorial Day weekend for all the membership and their family comes in. I mean, this is the premier event, right, of the country club. So it's something that we want to be firing on all cylinders, but it really is an undertaking. I've already been in touch with the band for the concert on Friday night and talking about dinners and stuff like that. So there's quite a bit of preparation, but most of the time it's worth it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure Clint Moore's over there supervising all pool activities and everything like that. And his flip-flops and everything ready to go on that. Yeah, Spring Fling last year, I think Hitchcock and Talbot kind of ran away with that one, which I don't think that was surprising, but I think how they won might have been surprising. That they won was not that, but I'm assuming that they're going to be back and on team this year.
That's all. Everything is pointing towards yes. If they do not come back to defend, I would be disappointed in the both of them. I'll say that.
I like that. Let's put some pressure on them though. That you have to come back and defend. Of course, I'm sure some of the other teams there. And now this was one that I think in the heyday of it, it was a member guest.
Yes,
a lot like that. And I think y'all are trying to, in some aspects, keep that tradition alive when it's all said and done. But at the end of the day, it's just like you said, the premier. You just want the best golf that you can possibly have that weekend, and usually by Sunday, it gets pretty interesting.
It does.
Are you going to be in the mix this year?
So strangely enough, I cannot be accused of sandbagging anymore. We shot a 69 on Saturday last year, and then I think we followed it up with a strong 77 or something like that. So we might be in the mix. I'm not sure which flight that'll be.
Yeah. But that also is a good point. Is everybody's in the mix? You're just in the mix in different categories.
That's it.
Hey, Peter and Jamie's been in the mix every year forever, and I think they've got some sort of streak going where they've gotten second or third in the Spring Fling for a long time.
I'm going to clip that and make sure to send it to Peter because he loves when people bring it up.
It's their time. It's their time. I'm telling you.
Okay, well that could be a prediction right there. I mean, obviously Nick and Bracton will probably be back out there. I'm guessing Willie and Cotton will probably be out there. They're multiple time winners on there. You always got to look. I mean, how's Bill playing right now?
He's had some. You're talking about Rogers or Locke?
Locke.
Oh.
He's had some health issues, but he's come back around. He's been playing. So I think Tommy Sims with his one-handed chipping. I mean, that's
shout out to Bill Locke too because what was it 2 weeks ago he shot I think it was 68 or 69.
Bill Rogers, yeah.
Bill Locke.
Both of them.
Okay. Bill Locke,
okay, they're all playing.
Because he came in and everybody was saying that he shot his age. I don't know his age, so but it was really low.
Yeah. I've never even shot my age on front nine.
Yeah.
But I mean,
if it was easy, everybody'd do it, Jeff.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, hey, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the Masters and everybody that we think might be winning in Augusta this weekend, but we're going to talk a lot more golf with Clayton and Darrell on the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM.
Just take your place in the driver's seat.
At the cafe at Tree City, people are talking about their favorite treats.
I personally like the caramel macchiato.
I'm a cappuccino man.
The biscuits are the best.
I love the egg bites because they're so fluffy.
Gravy biscuits, egg bites, it's all good.
I like the caramel macchiato because it's so sweet.
Come check out our fresh breakfast menu, served all day.
Find out what you like at the cafe, located inside the inn at Tree City.
Did you hear that? Folks around Morrison say Bigfoot sightings have continued. It turns out he's at home at Garrett's and Stone. In Morrison, Tennessee, your premier supplier of rock, landscape timbers, railroad ties, and stone fireplaces. They've got mulch, gravel, and even sand. And that Bigfoot statue big enough to stop traffic. So come rock with us. Whether you're building, landscaping, or just a legendary yard feature, Garrett's and Stone, Highway 55 in Morrison, where legends are set in stone.
Good morning from Town Talk on WBMC. I'm Rob.
And I'm Raven, and we're inviting local businesses to join the Town Talk Breakfast Club.
Here's how it works. Just go to the Town Talk Facebook page, find the Breakfast Club post, and comment your business name to enter.
Every Friday, we'll draw one lucky winner live on air
and you'll win a free fresh breakfast from your team at the cafe at Tree City.
They've rolled out a delicious new breakfast menu, fresh-made favorites, morning classics, and yes, coffee is included.
Join the Town Talk Breakfast Club only on WBMC.
At Express Motors, we're working hard to reinvent the used car buying experience. For you, that means a transparent deal on only quality inspected cars by our own mechanics. And great extras like free oil changes, free tows, and discounted service after the sale. We are the buy here, pay here car dealership you can trust. So come see us at 352 West Morford Street in McMinnville. Express Motors, where peace of mind and car buying come together. See our inventory now at expressmotorstn.com.
Prince HVAC would like to thank all their customers throughout Warren County for their continued support. Prince HVAC provides dependable heating and air conditioning services, including repairs, new installations, service calls, and ductwork to keep your home comfortable year-round. If your system needs attention, give Corey Prince a call today. Call 931-703-2597. That's 931-703-2597.
Cristo ha resucitado y en Él tenemos esperanza. Christ has risen and in Him we have hope. Están invitados a nuestra iglesia bilingüe llamada Iglesia Bautista Resurrección y Esperanza. Nuestros servicios son los domingos a las 10:45 a.m. y los miércoles a las 6:30 p.m. Estamos ubicados en 662 North Spring Street, McMinnville. You're invited to our bilingual church named Resurrection and Hope Baptist Church. Our services are Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. We are located at 662 North Spring Street, McMinnville.
There's a hole in the world tonight.
What the hell was that? Christian, you gotta talk. Where did that Eagles song just come from, man?
I believe that's Don Henley solo.
You know, there's a hole in
that was a golf reference? All right, we're back on this.
out there.
We're back on the Simmons Says Sports Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. I got Clayton Myers and we have Daryl Cook. We've been talking a little bit about local golf here at the McMinnville Country Club. And we should say before we turn our attention to Augusta for the weekend, there's a pretty big golf tournament coming up this Friday. What do you got at the Country Club going on this week?
Project Graduation is having their fundraiser Friday, April 10th. Going to do a noon shotgun start for everybody. We've got 18 teams in right now. We'll take a couple more. So if you're interested, you can find out on Facebook. Look at the Country Club site or Project Graduation's message board.
Yeah,
and you'll find all that information on there.
Yeah. Again, too, join up, help a good cause. Go have a good day on Friday. Hopefully the weather's looking pretty good for the end of the week, anyways. I think it's supposed to be pretty chilly today, but other than that, should be in good shape. All right, guys. Well, let's think about this. Who's going to win the Masters? I want quick. He's got a notebook full of information right here. So Clayton, tell me, did you make this call last year? I feel like you were on right around this time last year. Did you make the right call last year, or were you wrong?
I don't remember.
I don't know if it was you and maybe you and Stern both came in here. I think somebody called the shot last year. I can't, but I'm not 1,000% sure.
My problem is I will say it and I'll call it, and then I never bet on it, so I don't get nothing in return.
Oh well, you have to bet on it to make it right, to be right about it.
But I mean your top picks, and this is just your top picks. I mean I think that you would be safe to say Scotty Scheffler. Even though with the new baby and everything, I think he's still fired up. He's ready to go.
I love that's a consideration that you have to take into account.
I got two,
know.
and I mean I know one. When you go from 1 to 2, it's a big difference. That's what I was saying. So
did it affect your golf game? No comment.
Yeah, no comment.
I'll answer it for him.
I think Rory obviously is another good pick, and then Bryson and Colin Morikawa. That'd probably be one of your top 4 people. I'll go ahead and say, I mean, I know that my, I guess, long shot or dark horse or whatever you want to say, and I'll say he's a long shot, would probably be, I got 2 people. Akshay Bhatia.
Okay.
I like him next week. And I also like Ludwig Aberg.
All right.
I think he's playing really well right now too. But I mean, you know how the Masters is. Augusta forces you to play a certain way and exposes your weaknesses, and and it just it's tough.
I think Scotty's probably made it almost to that level where it was Tiger versus the field. I feel like Scotty, he's not been playing his best so far this year. I feel like, but he's that guy right now. So I couldn't bet against him. But Tommy Fleetwood, I could see sneaking in there. We talked about dark horses before we came in. I'm a big Max Homa guy. I like Max Homa. From watching the No Laying Up YouTube channel, he came in there and did some stuff with those guys. He's a cool, down to earth dude, and I'm going to be rooting for him.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the odds right now. It does seem like Scotty Scheffler is the odds-on favorite. Rory McIlroy, to defend his championship, is actually fourth, right behind John Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau, who are both plus 1,000 when it comes to that. Xander Schauffele also in the mix. Matt Fitzpatrick. Alberg is in the top 10. Cameron Young. Cameron, is he the one with the dirty stash? Is that, or am I mixing?
I think so.
He's
Right,
yeah,
Australian guy?
yeah,
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even. I was like, I know by look. I don't even know him by name. But yeah,
It's funny that you said dirty stash and we all three knew exactly.
But Bryson DeChambeau, I'll go with Bryson. I don't know. I mean, I'm just being contrarian at this point. I
You
think
got
y'all are
JJ
right.
Spawn coming back from a win last week too. I mean, he's playing hot, so that's another one that's surprising that he was so far down on the odds.
Yeah,
but
I mean, there's some. I mean, is it going to be different this year? I mean, obviously, we don't have to get into the reasons why, but no Tiger and no Phil. I mean, does it feel like it's just like this is officially feel like the end of the era, and this is the new one? Because it feels like Tiger and or Phil have played in every Masters for, I don't know, your entire lifetime, most of ours.
Right. I think there's a passing of the baton that was absolutely happening and probably has already happened, obviously. But I think it's the first time in however many years you say that you don't have either of them. Yeah. That's notable.
The last time that both Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson were not in the Masters field, according to a quick Google search, was 1994.
Wow.
Well, Are we even
I was
in high
born in
school
'95,
yet?
so
No, I wasn't even. No, I was at West Elementary. I'm pretty sure.
I think I was a
My whole
freshman in
life.
'95, maybe. So I mean,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, so I mean that is a wild stat when it comes down to it. But yeah, it does feel like a little bit of an end of the era. But also too, I think that Scheffler and some of these guys that are doing things, and I know that there's been a little bit more coming back to the center when it comes to the PGA and Live and everything. That I think that's going to figure itself out on that one. This is one that hits near and dear to my heart, and I think maybe I asked you this, and this might be a quick gotcha question for D-Love over here is. Every time you win the Masters, the next year, you get to pick the menu.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I asked you this last year. What would be your menu items if you got to pick the menu for everybody?
Oh, lobster, crab, shrimp. I already know it would be
Just
a seafood feast,
boil.
Yeah, absolutely, pretty much.
I don't hate that. What about you?
Well, there's nothing I love more than a good shrimp bowl. But I would probably just go chicken tendies. Just chicken tenders and fries. Everybody loves that. And I actually did this. I reached out. You mentioned Casey and Mark winning the Spring Fling. I reached out to both of them individually and said, if we were to do a Masters dinner style or just let you guys choose the menu for the Spring Fling this year, what would you want? So we're going to try to implement that hopefully going forward as well.
Yeah.
If Helens can make it happen, right? So something within reason. But yeah, I'd probably just go fried chicken. To me, that's if I have a last meal, it's going to be fried chicken and macaroni and cheese.
I love that. I love both of those answers. I would eat both of those meals. I would be super happy about either one of them. If that was like Friday night, Saturday night for the Spring Fling meals, I'd be like, this is the best. This is the best weekend ever.
Right.
Other than the golf that I just got done playing, that would probably be trash. But the meals would be tremendous when it all comes down to that. Y'all gonna get a jacket too, or anything like that?
I don't know that we've gotten that far. Now, I will say, Diamond Classics, Jamie Stinson has donated trophies for each flight the past couple years. I thought that was really cool. And we appreciate him doing that. But it's just a little keepsake, for all the winners.
Michelob Ultra also donates
the
golf bags
there was
for
a
the
couple
winners.
golf bags that we gave away for the champions too. So
I was going to say, are there other things that, are trying to still kind of add and figure out some stuff with that when it comes to, I wouldn't call that maybe corporate sponsorship, but a little bit of the sponsorships for y'all's tournaments just to kind of make it ends meet or anything like that? Because y'all got some pretty cool, interesting trophies out there when it comes down to it. So some other ones. So, is that something that has just been an additional touch over the last few years that everybody appreciates? I hope they appreciate it anyways.
Well, in my mind, when you talk about sponsorships and stuff like that, we would take those funds and put them towards closest to the pin gifts or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that I think about when I think of donations for member tournaments. But for the fundraiser tournaments, absolutely. Sean Kelly texted me last night. It's like, man, I've got a Bridgestone bag that I'll give you for project graduation. He said, I remember doing that with my kids, and it's a great cause. So anything like that, we just try to find the best way to implement those, and we're very appreciative of anything like that.
Yeah, if you wanted to reach out, if you're a member or anybody like that wants to maybe help with a donation, especially for project graduation this Friday night, you can call, reach out to the Facebook page for project graduation, or you probably can call Clayton. He's never been that busy.
No, I'm not.
He can probably take a phone call.
I also have a fundraiser for my golf team, for the boys and girls golf team, May 1st. So you can reach out to me for sponsors on that as well, and sign ups. It's 12 o'clock shotgun, just like Project Grad. Like I said, it's May 1st. I think we've only got like 4 teams right now, so we need to, bump those numbers up. And like I said, if you want to sponsor anything, just reach out to me or JW Holt at the high school, and we'll take care of it. Like I said, Ben Lohman and those guys, they always sponsor, do good stuff for us, and so just reach out, and maybe we can make Project Grad and Warren County High School have some really good tournaments here in the next future.
That's awesome. Well, hey, listen, last shout out. Monday membership drive will start. I'm assuming that'll be starting April the 13th, which is next Monday. So you can go out there. 8 a.m. and they can play 18 holes or 9 holes. You get a bucket of balls to go with that. Go out there, see what it's like out at the McMinnville Country Club. Enjoy that. You can see Clayton out there. You're probably going to see D-Love before it's all said and done out there, and all the group out there. Guys, thank y'all so much for joining the show.
Thanks for having us.
And we will see who wins this whole Masters odds thing. I don't know. Clayton picked 17 people. So
good odds, good odds.
We will be back with Hannah Ballou with the Warren County High School tennis team tomorrow at 9 a.m. on the Simmons Says show. Thank y'all so much for listening. We'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you.
With the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing.
Talk Radio WBMC McMinnville, 960 AM and 97.7 FM. WB